In this video we're going to look at the WordPress menu options. Now this is quite powerful because there's a few things that can go wrong with the standard default WordPress menu. As I mentioned in an earlier video, the default navigation menu just shows the names of your pages and in the order that you set them. It'll show every single page, it'll show every single subpage, and they'll all appear in your navigation menu. Now there's a few things can go wrong with this, as I mentioned. Firstly, you quite often want to use nice long descriptive titles on your pages like this, so contact us to find out more about our services. This is the text that will appear in the search results, so you quite often want to make this nice and descriptive, nice and appealing. But if we then go out to the site, you'll see that it uses that title for the menu option, and obviously that's not ideal. Also in our services you've got the longer title here, so there's a few places where longer titles can cause trouble. There's also the fact that in your menu you might not want every page to appear. Once you have a much larger site, your pages will become quite numerous and you'll have lots and lots of different pages. You don't want them all to appear on this main menu. So let's look at how to change that. If I go back to the dashboard, in Appearance you've got an option called Menus. Now here we can set up a new custom menu. So let's give it a name, Main Menu, Create Menu, and in this menu I can now add any pages that I want. So what I want is I'll want to include my services. That's quite useful. I'll want to include About Us. I don't think Terms and Conditions needs to be in the main menu. That's probably more for a submenu or for a link from a different page. And I do want Contact Us in there because that's an important call to action for the website. Wholesale inquiries, no, that's another one that would probably more a link from a separate page. So let's click Add to Menu. So you see that those pages are now in the menu. So let's click Save Menu. And then I'm going to choose which menu appears. So here we go up in the top left, it'll show you all the places where a menu can appear within your theme. Some themes will have quite a few menus. You'll have sort of header menus, you'll have the main navigation, you'll have footer menus. So you might have a few different options here. But here in the standard default theme, you've just got the primary menu. So I'm going to select my main menu, click Save, and now if we go out and visit the site, okay. So you see that those options have all appeared straight away. So still not ideal. We've got rid of wholesale services, we've got rid of the terms and conditions, so that's good. We're just showing what we want to show, but that's not quite enough. We still want our hierarchy, so we want consulting, sales and marketing underneath our services, and we want to shorten these titles. So let's go back in. Now you can access the menus quickly from the header here and click Menus. So firstly, let's get our hierarchy up. So our services is the main page, consulting will be below, so you just drag it to the right and you see that it indents it, and that means that that is now a subpage of our services. Do the same with marketing and the same with sales. So you can see that that's starting to introduce a bit of hierarchy in our pages. So if I can then click Save Menu and then check our site again, brilliant. So now we've got our submenu again. So the last thing we want to do is now change these names. So back into the menu options. Now the way to do that is to click on the little down arrow on the right hand side there, and here we've got the navigation label. This shows original, this shows the original title, but here we can type whatever we like. So I'm going to stick it to Contact Us, and then I'm going to change this one as well to just Consulting. There we go. So I've changed both of those, and now click Save Menu. And now if I go back to visit the site, we've got our perfect menu just showing what we want and with the names that we want to. Now there's one last thing to show about the menu, and that's that it's not just pages that you can add to the menu. So you can add all sorts of different types of things to your menu. So the first of which is a custom link. So you could link out to another website, for example. Let's say Google, and then add that to the menu, and you see that we've got custom link and Google as the title. You can also add links to categories, which are quite useful. So say we wanted to include a link to the news for this website. We just click tick next to the news and then add that to the menu. and that adds a link to that category. You can also add links straight to posts. Now if you got to the top, this doesn't appear as standard, but if you go to the top here, screen options, and you can click the posts option there, and then suddenly you've got a link to all the posts here. So I can link straight to a post, so I could link straight to Hello World, for example, and that would appear in the menu. So if I now just save that menu, now quickly before I go back out, just to show you can reorder things quite easily as well, so I'm just going to drag that up, and you see that you can just click and drag things to add them in. And also the last one is that quite often you'll want the home link, and if you're on most recent for the pages, it doesn't tend to show the home link, but if you click view all, you've got home here. So if I tick that, add to menu, and then it'll appear in the list, and you can move it around to wherever you want. I would have it at the top. So save menu, let's look at our site, and we have all of those options appearing. So this would link out to an external site, this would link to our home page, and we've got the news category, which if I click, it'll show you all of the posts that appear in that category. So I hope that helps you get started with the menus, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.